back to another episode of the Vib3z Podcast, man. It's your boy, Two Dimple King, your favorite Leo. And we have, if you're in the DMV area, Connecticut, Boston, New Jersey, all that good stuff, you know this lady. You know her, you know the smile. No one knows her real name, but she goes by Bubbles.
Yes.
Tell people who you are if they don't know already.
So my name is Jonta'e. Many know me as Bubbles.
Mhm.
I'm the owner of Bubbles Galore. I make handmade skincare
You do?
products that are uniquely made.
Bubbles, everybody knows you for your outwardly, outside of these fantastic products.
Yes.
It is your personality that has captured attention everywhere.
Yes.
Is that you all the time?
It is me all the time until someone takes me out of my element, but most of the time, yes.
I have never seen you from when I've been in these malls
Yeah.
and I've seen you. I haven't coming up to you, but I've seen you.
Yes.
It does not turn off. You treat every person like it's your first time meeting them. Always customer service, always fun. And I'm like, she can't sleep by the way she does this.
I get little sleep.
What got you into all of this now?
You mean like recently,
Yes.
or just from when I first started?
When you first started, we're going all the way back. What made you want to start this?
So even when I was in the medical field,
Okay.
I still had the same personality. So people have always gravitated
Okay.
towards me. But it was during the pandemic. So I was I really wasn't, how can I say, appreciated in my job.
Okay, all
So I
right.
said, if I can give this type of customer service, I can do it for myself. I can make a living.
But what made you choose soap?
It was during the pandemic. So I was like, if we have to wash up, why not with something fun?
If you got to clean your hands.
Exactly.
Okay.
So my very first soap was a donut, then a popsicle, and I went from there. So I had quit my job. I quit cold turkey. Cold turkey.
Okay.
And then I went to Patapsco Flea Market, was selling products there.
You was getting it from the bottom.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So I would make the products during the week and then went to Patapsco at night. And I was doing really well for about 6-7 months. And then that's when I opened up a cart at a rental mills.
And you still have that cart to this day?
No, we upgraded to a kiosk that I have right now.
Oh, excuse me. What made you come up with the name Bubbles Galore? How did you get that?
So I came with the name because one day I was getting my hair done. And I just was like, what am I going to name my business? It's a soap business. So I said, you know what does soap do? It makes bubbles.
You making it sound so...
I know. I make it sound so simple.
Some bubbles.
Yes. And then I said, you know what? Well, what does my soap do? It makes lots of bubbles. So what could I name it? And I said Galore. And then I said Bubbles Galore. And the girl that was doing my hair, she was like, that sounds amazing. And so I just went with it.
And that's stuck from this point on.
Yes.
I told you, I'm going to get into it right now. Do you consider yourself right now, I know how respectful you are to everybody in your business field.
Yeah.
You state clearly you are the #1 soap lady in the DMV.
Yes.
You stand on that.
I stand on it.
Ooh.
I believe it.
How did you come to that, though? Because you went from the flea market to the stand to having the kiosk. What made you actually say, you know what? No, I run the market now. It's me now.
I can say I've always had in my mind that I would be the #1 soap lady of the DMV. So even at that time when I first put it on my Instagram, I don't think I was considered that.
She faked it till she made it.
I was faking it till I made it. And then I just became it. I believe that you manifest anything you say. So I just believed it. And I was like, who calls themselves a soap lady anyway and is proud of it? Usually when you think of soap lady, it's like someone old.
No.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a soap lady and I'm going to be a young, hip one.
And you do that spectacularly. But you had a situation happen.
Yes.
It was when I finally seen you break down into a very serious moment.
Yes.
Your store got robbed. Was that your first time going through that?
It's been robbed before, just little, things, but this was like a huge robbery. I mean, I lost almost $1,000 worth of products. And it was so vicious, I feel like. No one's ever robbed the store, but yes, the kiosk. This was the kiosk.
How did you, because you posted, were you worried about posting the people's face online?
Absolutely not. They weren't worried about stealing from me.
Even though they were kids?
Yes, I didn't care.
Did you get the justice you were looking for with that?
Not yet. But I'm sure they saw it. I mean, you got to think. Somebody saw it that they know.
Does the mall take some type of responsibility, or since it's a kiosk, it's all on you?
It's all on me. They don't care, really, what happens.
But is there any way for the people that have a kiosk, is there any way for them to protect their things once they leave the kiosk?
Maybe to lock it up and be more secure. At this point, I'm trying to find a way to maybe build something around the kiosk so you're not able to get in it as easy. So I'm working on it.
When I seen you go into a different mode and a different vibe, I was like, oh, this hurt you.
Yeah, it did. It really did. And I had just lost my mother. So I had just landed from North Carolina and then I got robbed. So it's like people do things to people, but you don't know what people are going through. You know, they don't know how hard I worked. I mean, they don't care. But you know.
How was it, if I can ask, losing your mom?
It was devastating. It's a feeling that I don't wish on anyone. And I feel like no one really knows until they lose a parent. But it's been really hard. I'm not going to lie. But I know that so many people are looking up to me. My followers, my children. I still have to go on for even my staff. So I'm responsible for a lot.
What does your downtime look like? Like when your kids are asleep, your staff's home, how do you deal with your everyday emotions and losing your mom? What do you do to finally release all of that?
I'm in therapy. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Okay.
So yeah, I went into therapy when I had my store. Having a store and a kiosk was a lot. I had 7 staff members. You know, people don't know what goes on in the background. It's really hard, you know. So at one point I was just like, whoa, like I'm losing it. Like, this is too much.
What was making it too much? Because you let go of the store.
Yeah.
What led to that?
So I had the store for a year. And again, it was a lot. So I just didn't see myself just moving on to doing another year. So it was my goal. I did it. I accomplished it. But I don't know if a lot of people know, but it wasn't my intentions to have 2 locations.
What?
Yeah, it was only 1.
How'd you get 2 locations?
So a lot of people don't know, but kiosks and carts are more permanent. So I'll explain it. So stores and malls, and a lot of people ask me, well, why didn't you just open up a store at Arundel Mills? I would love to have a store, but I know that I have to work really hard to be able to get a store and be a permanent tenant in that mall.
What does it take? Because this is news to me.
Yeah. So when you have a store in any mall, it's a temporary lease. So that means, say if I get a store and I put all this money into it, they can literally say, oh, well, Nike wants this store, so you got to go. And
if we don't boot you out,
they can boot you out. So if they don't have any other areas or any other stores for you to go in, you're at loss and you have to leave the mall. Or they can say, okay, you have to move down the hall at this store, but you still got to put money into it.
Then redo it all over again.
Right. So why would I close my kiosk and get a store anywhere and then they boot me out when I know I'm successful at my kiosk? So that's why.
That makes, I think a lot of people see it in reverse. Like, oh, kiosk, get a store, get a store, get a store. But they don't know the business side to this. It makes no sense to get a store. Unless you're like a big Nike, your store not going nowhere.
Right.
Oh.
But I've been in talks with the Arundel. So they know what I've done. They follow me. They follow my journey. So, if I was to become so big that I'm just making an astronomical I can't even talk. Astronomical.
I don't even know how I knew that word.
I know. Then they might look into me saying, okay, well, we'll give you a store and we'll give you a permanent lease. But that's what I'm working towards. But
if you could get a store in Arundel Mills,
yes,
and have your cart, would you do both in the same mall?
Potentially, but not really. I don't think so.
Because the kiosk is like your baby.
It is. Yeah. I really don't want to give it up. Just like right now. I don't know. I don't know if I would do that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Or if I did a store maybe outside, like in a shopping center, something like that.
That works.
But I would have to be at a certain point.
People right now that's watching you on live at this moment, how did you curate the amount? First of all, you interact with everyone.
I do.
She will and comment. Where did you get this drive to just curate TikTok? And your content is so authentic.
Thank you.
Because it's live interactions. I've never seen nobody make live interactions. How did you curate this? You just like, I'm just going to record myself.
Yeah. So you mean like at my kiosk, like recording? Mm-hmm. So it was actually by mistake. Yeah, it was by mistake. So one day, I was at my kiosk and I was videotaping myself, put together my sink that I had at the kiosk at one point. So it was a sink so people could try the products. So one day, someone came to the kiosk and I was just recording myself. And they came and I said, if you need any help, just let me know.
Right.
So I had posted it. I put a little caption saying, this is kiosk etiquette. And people went crazy. It went viral on TikTok. I think it got like 1 million views. And I was like,
Miss Viral.
Yeah. Oh, stop.
Miss Viral. But when you make these for TikTok, do you just record for hours and then you clip it?
Yeah. So there are times where I miss things too, because sometimes I don't record all the time and then I'll miss something that happens. But usually I catch really good stuff and then I just post it.
And for people that reach out to you, when they send a message to Bubbles Galore, they are talking to you.
They're talking to me. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, what? What?
Yeah.
So how, because I never got, if nobody knows this, Bubbles is the one who inspired, because I never told you this. You inspired me the first day I met you.
Yeah.
When you was like, go TikTok, please, go TikTok.
Yes.
And then you started talking to me about curating your page and just being interactive with your followers. I have followed that guideline and became very successful at it.
I'm so happy for you.
You give good business and you're still learning yourself.
Yes.
So I like that. I always wanted to tell you thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, appreciate you.
And that's one thing I don't do is hide. Like, like you might ask someone for advice and they don't want to tell you. But no, I want everyone to become successful. I want you all to be more successful than me.
Do you mean it though?
I really mean it. I really do.
Because your brand is your personality. So I've never even heard no one speak bad about you ever.
That's really good.
Ever.
I appreciate that. I always wonder, like, what's out there?
Ever. That's why it makes it so hard, because I always think, do you have bad days?
Of course I do. I think because I'm so bubbly, sometimes people want to get me down, but I don't let it. Yeah, I'm just so positive.
I have a message from one of your TikTok followers.
Okay.
And her name's Candace.
Okay. Hi, Candace.
She wants to know. Well, first, she wanted a disclaimer. Do you take on the label of being a Black business, or are you just a business?
I'm just a business, and I've always followed that since I started.
Why?
I do that because I don't want to be singled out, and I don't want any pity from anyone. That's just how I feel. So I never scream Black-owned business. I mean, I appreciate, people labeling me as that, but I don't want to feel that, even though I'm not getting pity, but I want to feel like any business. And I've stood by that. So even if I have to say, okay, I have a business, and I don't say I'm a small business, I've never said that. Whatever you speak is what you are. I'm a business just like anyone else.
When you say that, do you feel as though there's going to be a lot of kickback because of this whole big movement with supporting Black-owned business? And you, I guess, being a Black woman, you are saying, no, I am that, but I'm also more than that. I'm a business. You're not putting yourself in a box.
I don't think I should get kickback for it. I think that people should feel good for me saying that. I'm just me. I mean, I really don't care what other people think of me. I really don't.
Bubbles, what?
I'm sorry. I really don't.
What?
I don't. If I sit and wallow about what everybody thinks of me and I try not to be myself and try to put myself in a box to make everyone else happy, I'll be miserable. So what I concentrate on is the people that love me for me, and you're either going to follow me and follow my journey or you're not. That's why they make an unfollow button. That's what I live by.
Do you find that to be harder to do, though? Because I'm pretty sure, do you get bad comments?
Of course.
What do you do with them? Do you respond?
Somebody just made a bad comment the other day, and I posted on my story.
Why
And I'd say, you don't have to follow me. Because, I mean.
Do you respond to the negativity?
Not all the time, but most of the time,
Why,
with
though?
a nice comment.
You give nice, subtle jabs.
I do. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm like subtle petty. I can admit it.
So you can be a little petty.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, listen, Candace, we're going to still answer your question because she wanted to know. Can you share a memorable experience or achievement that you had while running your businesses?
An achievement? What do you mean?
Something a milestone that you've crossed while running this.
Oh, my store. Absolutely. Having 2 locations.
Do you consider yourself a boss?
Oh, of course.
Does your son and daughter see it too?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've had them sit in with me at the flea market when I sold, at the cart when I sold, at the store. You know, even when I shut down the store, they were there. So they need to see everything that I go through.
That's different than a lot of parents because a lot of parents they're going to go on the grind. They'd rather the kids be on the back. And then once it gets up and going, all right, now you can come in. You can see the fruits of the labor now.
They need to be there and see it.
What made that so important for them to see this through the growth of where you are now?
They need to know that everything's not easy. They need to see the days when I succeed. They need to see the days when I'm tired. Especially, there's been times when I haven't really been able to be there with them most occasions. So say, when I did work at the cart all by myself all day and I was making products at night, I rarely saw them. So, even when I first opened my store when I gave my speech, I told them, mommy doesn't see you as much. It's all worth it, but it will be. And then what did I do? I hired employees. So now I'm there with them more. So I explained through,
What you just said was a lot that a lot of parents, I guess, can sympathize with wanting to take different jobs, probably go after a passion, whether it be a business or something else, but it's the kids.
Yeah.
They always say, I want to be around my kids. You sacrificed your time with your kids. Would you do that all over again? Because I know that's hard.
I would do it again. Yeah, because I've always had in my mind, it'll get better. And I'm doing this for them, So
what is your advice to parents out there who want to take a different promotion, different job? You're going to be away from your kids. I always say, yes, everybody wants their kids to be happy and have everything at the end of the day, go to college, do whatever you feel like.
Yeah.
But once your kids are grown and they're having their adult lives, you are still stuck with you. You got to sit here and be like, well, damn, I could have.
Exactly.
Maybe. And there's nothing you can do now.
It's true. It's true. You just have to work really hard and do what it takes. And I think it's important to explain to them, as you go. If you're just working hard and you're never there, they might think you're neglecting them. But just explain it to them. At the end of the day, I want to make a better life for my children, better than what I had. But at the end of the day, I still need to think about myself because one day they're going to move away.
And you're going to be with yourself.
And I'm going to be with myself. So, I just always have that in mind.
What was growing up like for you?
It was good. Okay. I didn't have like a high life or nothing. My mom, she used to work a lot. She was a hard worker. She used to work in corporate. So she gave me my work ethic.
I can see that.
Yes. So I didn't see my mom a lot because she used to work at night. I mean, she used to sleep during the day.
Yeah.
But she worked really hard. I think that's where I get my work ethic from. And then, of course, my dad, he's an entrepreneur. So I get that side from him,
too.
Wait,
hold on.
Yeah.
So your dad was an entrepreneur. Your mom gave you that work ethic and you blended it.
Exactly.
Are you the only child?
I'm the oldest. So my mom had 5 children, and then my dad has like 10. Sorry.
Woo! Listen now.
I'm the second.
Are you from here?
I was originally born in Philadelphia, and then my mom moved me and my siblings to Elkton, Maryland when I was in the 3rd grade. She didn't want us to be brought up in the city.
So do you even remember Philly?
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
At 2 years old, what you remember?
I moved here in the 3rd grade. I remember.
Oh, you said 3rd grade?
3rd grade.
Oh, I thought you were 3.
Yeah, I played double dutch. I
remember the streets.
Yeah.
All right. So this next one is from Cameron.
Hi, Cameron.
He wants to know, have you found any specific resources or support networks that have been particularly helpful with you creating a business? He said black business, but I know you go by business.
Business. I've done multiple things, but okay, this is some advice that I want to tell people.
Okay.
You know, sometimes when you might reach out to people, other influencers or other businesses or celebrities, and they may not say anything back. What I've realized is that you just have to work hard and go through the motions, and the opportunities will come to you.
Yes.
You don't go looking because you're going to get your feelings hurt most of the time. That's what I found.
Did you get your feelings hurt before?
Yes, I have.
Ooh, by no response, or they told you no?
No response.
Please don't say it was seen. They seen it?
They seen it. Some have seen it. Some just didn't open it. But yeah. So, just like, Marlon Wayans, he shared my post the other day.
You were so excited about this Marlon Wayans post.
I was so excited.
Explain to people what happened, because you at the Comedy Factory, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and people were DMing me like, how did you get him to do that? I didn't do nothing, y'all. He just did it. Okay?
Bubbles will sit here and say like she don't have the juice, but he just did it.
He just did it. I don't know.
So he was walking down. What happened? Go through the
So
motions.
he was getting off the stage, and I was just waving at him, and I was recording, and I was like, and he winked at me. And the haters will say they didn't see the wink. They saw the wink. I posted the wink. Okay, I gotta slow down that video.
He winked at me.
Yeah. But I had posted on my story about how the show was good. And then he reshared it. And then I DM'd him. And I was like, hey, I just want to let you know, because he talked about how his mom just passed away.
Right.
And that people don't really understand unless you lost a parent. So I was like, hey, I just want to let you know my mom passed away. I'm really sorry about that. And, what you said really resonated with me. And I'm really sorry. And then he said a comment to me back. And that was it.
What was the comment, Bubbles?
He basically just said, he's like, I'm really sorry about your loss, your mom. And he said, I'm giving you big naked hugs or something. He said something funny. And that was it.
Do you still don't see how you were talking about people not being accessible when you're on the come up?
Yeah.
Do you see how accessible people are now becoming to you, though?
That is, yeah, I see it some, yeah.
It's not like you got these blinders on. You do not see your fame. It's just like, okay, but I'm gonna make 30 videos today. But okay.
I don't know. I guess I just, like I always tell you, I'm on the inside looking out. So I'm just.
You did an event today at a school. What was it about?
So it was career day. I was invited out there to speak to the sixth graders. Yeah, so I did 3 6th grade classes. A lot of people knew me. They either come.
Bubbles, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Yes, they knew you.
Yes.
Do you get these engagements often?
I do, especially if I'm at my kiosk or if I'm out. People will see me and they want pictures, things like that.
Oh, they want pictures. I wonder why.
Yeah, they're excited to see me.
Where do you go to turn down? Like, how do you know too much is too much? You say, I would like to, but I can't. Like, how do you decipher?
Never.
What do you
not
mean?
At that point. You be gassing me up. Why you be gassing
Bubble, so you sit here saying you never had too many opportunities where you can say no.
No, not really. I mean, okay, so let me not lie. So there's been times, to be honest with you, like when I lost my mom, I was really scared to come back to the kiosk. So I wasn't there for like a month, the last month.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was really scared to go back because I said, oh my gosh, can I still be that same person? I was really worried. But people came, they knew, I'm very transparent with my followers. So they would come and say they're sorry about my loss or, things like that. But I think I'm back, I've been a little sad. But even when I was on my Instagram, I showed you guys. I was transparent. I was sad, but I was still on there.
You do not hide these raw cut emotions. Ever.
Never.
And a lot of people doing the social media thing, whether they be famous or not, they only want to show the good parts.
Yeah.
You show everything.
Yeah, I'm very transparent with you guys because I'm a regular person.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, we're
Stop
not.
it.
We're not going to sit here and say you're a regular person. No, you're not.
Stop.
Where do you see is next? Like, boom, you clearly took over the DMV. There's people that came on this show that know this.
Wow.
What is next for you? Like, what do you want to do now?
I think that I want to concentrate on like educating others about what I know so far.
Like consulting?
Yeah, want to do like maybe like a class, but virtual classes. So you guys can like purchase, like, so it'll be on entrepreneurship or how I got to where I am or how to make soap if you're a soap maker, things like that.
Have you had these classes before?
I've had on one-on-one sessions, yes, but I stopped them. I'm a little too busy, so I can't really like set a certain time anymore because my life is kind of all over the place. So yeah, if people can just, if I have the class and they can just get it, I think that would be better for me and them than me scheduling and then I have to cancel.
So now you about to start issuing classes.
Yes, I'm working on it. I don't know the date yet, but I'm working on it.
I think it'll be successful. I really do. I feel like everything you mostly touch with the way you curated your following, it works.
Thank you.
Do you feel as though, okay, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes.
Because now I know you got to be honest.
Yes.
You understand that you're, I guess, in this world of soap making, everything like that, is pretty much dominated by women.
Yes.
Do you think you being attractive plays into the part that people like to see you and want to buy from you?
I've gotten this question before, and I really don't want to say that.
What do you think? What would you contribute it to?
My personality. It would, I don't, how can I say this? I really hope that's not the case, you know, because if you guys can tell, I'm very conservative. I don't wear revealing clothes or anything, you know. So I would hope that's just not it.
Your personality is what comes off immediately.
Yeah, I think it's the personality. I wouldn't blame it on the personality because you can be a beautiful person and have a bad attitude and no one will like you.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So I think the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm sure I'm not beautiful to everybody. They might just like my personality. I
like how media trained you are, because you are very trained at this. She said, "I'm gonna get on around that." Yeah, my personality. That's exactly what we going with. Okay, so with everything you got going on, how long does it take you? Because we have all types of soaps. How long does it take you to make these?
So it just depends. So like the candles, they have to cure it for a few days. These I can make pretty fast. It's a body wash. And then the soaps take about 2 days because those are layers. So it just depends. And then my sugar scrub doesn't take that long. So those I use a piping bag.
And it's only still you that makes all these?
Not every single item. So like you see that slime over there?
Oh yeah, you told me about this
slime. Teamed up with a business called Slime Boat and she made a specific slime just for me. She hand makes it. So
Shout out to Slime Boat.
Yeah, I can't make everything. So this was a frosted strawberry donut slime, and it has like sprinkles and donuts. It was looking better than that. I told the third graders, do not touch my slime. And what did they do?
Of course they was going to touch the slime.
They took it out. Yeah.
This is the first time I'm hearing this. You collab with other?
Yes. Only some. So I have to research the business that wants to collab.
Okay, look, she's saying, oh, now. Oh, now. Yeah. So how does that go? How does wanting to go into a business partnership with you work? You say you research the business, is there a fee involved, or it's just I look it up, if I like it, I like it?
Exactly. So like this business, they reached out to me, they told me the services they provide, what they could do. Then I will get a sample from them and then they'll sell it to me at a discounted price. So it's like a wholesale, and then I'll sell it. And then depending on how well it does, I will order again. So it just depends on what fits with my business. I thought that was cute, you know, and, you know.
Wait a minute. What I'm going through, because you have said this through this conversation, when do you charge people?
So it depends. So, you know, I used to do businesses on my page, but it got to be so overwhelming. That was free. But I don't do it anymore because it got too overwhelmed. People were sending me things through my PL, and I was getting so, like, pushed back.
Well, you need an assistant.
Yeah, I have one now. I have one now.
And
I
she
have an
says
assistant.
she's not famous at all. So your assistant handles what? The social media and everything like that?
Yeah, so
organizes it?
say if someone, like right now we have a business that wants me to come out to do a collab with them. So we charge for that. And then I'll put it on social media and have people come there, I'll tell my followers. And
you done reached another level. You
Wow.
done reached another level.
Wow.
I'm not going to give the number.
Yeah.
What is a going rate to have bubbles?
So as of right now, it's $500.
For a post?
No, for me to come out to your business for an event.
Okay.
For a post, I charge $80. In stories, it ranges. So say if I think one time I had like 6,000 views on my story. So that was like, I think I don't charge that much. It was like $25. But like say if I have like 3K views or 2K, I might charge $10. It just depends. I think my prices are reasonable.
You telling me that I can give you $80?
Yes.
And I could potentially reach 10 to 15,000 people.
Well, 40K, 46, 40, because on my page. So you're gauging what, 40, I'm at 46.
You know the number. You know the points and everything.
Something like that. So it's more exposure on there. But on my stories, I engage with a lot of people. I'm always on my stories. So for me to reach 6K views on my stories, it's a lot. So you're getting exposure to all those people.
Did you feel weird charging?
At first I did, but now I don't.
You know how weird it was when I started charging?
Okay.
It is a very weird thing.
It is at first.
Until you realize this is a business, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to make money.
Yeah.
So it is very weird if someone asks us to come on, I got to give you a rate.
Yeah.
It is, unless I actually really like this person, it is strange to say, I'm going to need that from you first.
But you know what you can offer. You've worked hard enough to get to where you are. So you've earned that right.
Hey, listen, you can be my business manager because you have spoken life into me every time. But you have done your rounds.
Oh, thank you.
You have went to these podcasts. You go to these schools and everything for free. Who curates this business plan? When you go home at night, what do? You shuffle out all the videos you're going to put out, and then your business, and then momming. All this is you.
All this is me. And Morgan University, they reached out to me. So
Say it again.
Morgan University. Shout out to Morgan University. Yeah, so they started an entrepreneur class. So I was the first one by the director to be chosen to speak to them.
Was your talk heavy?
Yeah.
What was your talk heavy? Talk heavy.
Just a little bit.
Would you move out of Maryland?
Honestly, a lot of people wouldn't agree, but I be feeling like, why move? I mean, there's a Walmart on every corner of Target. What's so special about a different state? But also, I love Arundel. Like,
you are in love with Arundel. If you've never been to Arundel Mills Mall, I can comfortably say in Maryland, it is probably the best mall.
It's the best.
You probably put Towson 2 or 3, but Arundel, for whatever, you could buy a boat at Arundel Mills Mall.
Yes. You can go to Bubbles Galore at Arundel Mills.
You really can, because as soon as you come in, go straight. It's still on the same side?
Yeah, same side.
Right side, go around.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's just straight shot. I'm in front of the door.
What door are you in front of? Because if you're coming through, it depends on where you're coming in at. Because if you're coming through the movie side.
Oh, you got to go to the left. But if you go on entrance forum, right there. You just see it right there.
Is that strategic that you put it there?
Well, they did it, the mall. Okay. So they strategically put businesses in certain places. But because Ulta is right there, that side is more of the upscale side, if you notice. So they have the Michael Kors, the Saks Fifth.
You on the upscale
side? The bougie side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't be there, but okay. Let me get back to one of these questions because they gave me 30 and I was like, what is this? Okay. Someone wants to know. Are there any particular strategies or approaches you've employed to promote diversity or inclusion in your business?
Diversity. One thing is going back to Black owned. I'm not going to say it.
You hire whoever's good for the job.
Oh, you mean for employees?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as long as they're good. I've hired all type of nationalities.
Do you realize what you're doing is very unique in
Mm.
today's time with I don't want to say you don't see color, but you're very just who's good for the job.
Yeah, of course.
And that's different.
Yes, because if you don't do that, you're putting yourself in a box. And you only can become so successful. I feel. That's just my experience. I don't want to put down anyone else. But
how do you measure your success?
That's a good question. So, because I've been in therapy, there's been a point, guys, or I'm talking too fast.
Go ahead, talk to
that
them.
I felt like I never was good enough. I never was reaching, like, even if I said, okay, this is the goal that I've reached, I'm like, what's next? I actually went through a lot emotionally when I opened the store.
Talk about it. What'd you go through?
I said, you know what, my goal, I've always advocated my goal was to open up a store. But after I did it, I said, well, what's next?
Because
I didn't even feel, that's probably why I am how I am right now. Because I never feel like I'm totally accomplished. You know, everyone around me is like so proud of me. But I've worked on that. Now I am proud. I see it, But there's been times I'm like, I don't even know why people are even looking at me like that. Yeah, I did it. I opened up a store. I've opened up a kiosk. I've done this.
But that means you have, I think I'm in the same boat as you with the studios and the guests and the advertisements, all of that.
Yeah.
Through all of that, I'm still, and people call me ungrateful because I'm still not happy. I'm chasing something, even though the world sees it, the numbers, everything like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
But I'm just like,
I wonder if that was what's make certain people successful.
Yes, because your ceiling was that store.
Yeah.
And then you got it.
Yeah.
What do you want? If someone said right now, you can't go no higher than what you say right now, what is your ceiling of success?
That was my ceiling. Isn't that crazy?
That was your ceiling?
That was
and
my
you're doing
ceiling.
so much better than that now.
Yeah.
So you're in limbo.
A little bit. But that's why I want to help others at this point. Yeah, like I don't really know what to say to people at this point. I was really sad about it because I'm like, I did it. That was it. So.
Are you to the point to where since you've accomplished that, would you just get rid of the business and do something completely else? Because you've done it. You reached the ceiling now.
No, not at this point. Maybe franchising. I want to do something with it. Is it something I will always do the rest of my life? I don't know. But I feel like I can elevate, and there will be a day where I'm not even touching my products. It's being run. If it's, say, a factory.
Oh, now we're talking business now.
Yeah, like big business.
She said big business.
Yeah.
Big business.
So something like that.
Because right now you make all of these, so you want to be at a spot to where you don't have to do this anymore.
Right. And people need to know, like, there's a lot that I've learned along the way. Like, even when I had my store, I had certain goals in mind. I said, I would have people helping me make it. I tried that.
It didn't work?
I mean, it was working, but at the same time, there were certain people trying to make certain things and it wasn't going right. And I'm a perfectionist. I've learned that about myself.
The hustler and the CEO got to be separate, Bubbles.
I know.
You got to separate the two.
But I like my products a certain way. So,
yes.
So it's just certain things like that. Like I've had to learn along the way. So
do you have anybody business-wise that you look up to, that you get influence from, or is this however you feel?
It's really how I feel. So I can say I do have a, what's it called? Like when you can go to somebody.
Mentor?
Mentor.
Okay.
He's always been my mentor since I was at the flea market.
Who
Shout
is
out
this?
to True Struggle. Okay. He's been my mentor all this time. But I have had other people that have mentored me, but I felt along the way I've surpassed them. So I don't really have, like, he's my only mentor at this time. I don't really have.
Do you know how rare that is to say you've had a mentor that you surpassed?
Yeah, it's not that I don't want to say surpass. I guess you can say that. It's just that they couldn't help me any longer because what they have taught me, I've used and got to.
So you don't want, so that old saying of not being the smartest in the room, you do not want to be that person.
No, absolutely not. I want to be in a room with other smart people. So like I was invited to a, did you see when I went to that event?
Which one?
The one event where it was the owner, not the owner, he was the co-owner of the Orioles.
I've seen it.
Yes. So for me to be in that room with all of those,
when I mean, it was millionaires
in that room.
Bubbles!
Yeah. It was
there's real money in this room.
Yeah, it was a lot of money in that room. And for me to get, they clapped for me. You know, I told my story. They were really proud of me. But for me to be in that type of room and to hear those people talk, those are the type of rooms I want to be in. Millionaires.
Would your mom be proud of you right now?
Oh my gosh, yes. She told me before she passed how proud of me she was and that she was so just so happy to even see I opened a store. And the last thing she told me was that she was happy that, how can I say? I'm getting a little like sad. She was happy and proud of me so much, and that she felt in her heart that she was able to leave this earth knowing that I would be okay. So that really warms my heart that I got to that point and for her to see it. So shout out to mommy. Mom Bubbles.
What you said resonates with me for being a dad, that even you being a mom, everybody wants their kids to be successful, I would hope. Yeah. But are we selfish with saying, I want to see it? I want to see the success that you created, whatever the success looks like for you. I want to be like, I'm proud of you.
I don't think that's selfish. Of course, we want to live a long life and see our kids become successful. That's not, you made them. So I don't think that's selfish. But I do think it's selfish for wanting, if we see like our parents suffering, that we want to keep them here. I've learned that as well. So for me, I felt like it was a little selfish to want my mom to stay, knowing that she was suffering.
You still got your dad?
Yeah, he's still here.
Your relationship with the dad still good?
Oh, amazing. I love my dad. Shout out to my dad.
You're a daddy's girl.
I'm definitely a daddy's girl.
I seen your hand. Would you get married?
Would I? Again?
Yeah.
I would. I love marriage.
So you feel like, would that come to the backseat of the business, wherever that might be, or is that more the forefront? Like if you get married, this is my new priority now, or you try to balance it out?
No, I would try to balance it as much as I could. I'm not going to lie, it's hard with relationships and building businesses.
Explain.
It just takes a lot of time. Relationships are a lot of work.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So right now, do you say you have time?
Listen, you make time for what you want to make time for. Let's just say that.
Listen, Bubbles.
Yeah.
First time I met you, I let you go. I can finally say this now. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, one thing you will never, ever have this woman talk about, no matter what you see online, it's a lie. Bubbles will never talk about her relationship ever. She will have the best dates online and you will see no one else at this date. What made you, at what point you were like, you know what? I want to have this for me.
Well, honestly, I'm so transparent with everyone. I just want something to myself. And I feel like when people are in your business, sometimes it can get in the way of your relationships. So I just want that to be to myself, and no one will ever see that person. And that's
Bubbles,
just for me.
You are speaking for the men. How do we make this happen? If you just mean that we can just have our business and you'll never see our person or acknowledge them ever. How did you do this?
It just depends, I guess. Like, do men feel like the women want to show you off and you want to be personable?
Yeah. I think we're in a society now to where everything's social media and things like that, that if I'm with you and we're going out on dates, If I take you on a helicopter ride, Bubbles,
Yeah.
and you only post you on this goddamn
Yeah, I'll just show me. Y'all not going to see no one else. You might see their arm or something, but you're not going to see that.
Do you recommend that for people that's in social media or Limelight, TikTok's business to have something for yourself?
Yes, I would. I would recommend
Especially if you share
highly.
everything, to have that piece to yourself.
Yeah, just keep that to yourself. You know, I mean, you could post where you go and stuff, but you don't need to post them. You know,
This is how she is. You're not getting anything else.
Mm-mm.
That is it. That is it. No matter who she had flowers with, you're not going to get anything past
Those
that.
are from my girlfriend. I have friends that are girls, and they give me flowers.
Do you find it being friends with men in this industry and not having ulterior motives? They just here for the business.
So I've dealt with that. It's really hard because, you know, I'm so nice.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of men, they don't really know how to take a woman that's nice. And then it'll like turn into, oh yeah, she flirted with me. She wants me. And I'm like, no. I just said
hi.
Yeah. So I get that a lot. So yeah, I just keep it strictly business. And yeah, if you start to try to go left, then I'm out of there. Like, I'm not looking for that.
Then I'm out of there.
Yeah.
Do you respond to it, or you just say you just dead it and never talk to this person again?
I usually just dead it, but in a nice way.
You probably add like a happy emoji or something like that.
Yeah. Well, not really. Not all the time. Or I just ignore it. I don't say anything. They'll get the point.
You have done so much for the community, for your business, for your kids, for yourself.
Yeah.
For the people at home, outside of your kids and the business, what makes you happy? Like, what is your thing? No business included.
That's a good question. I don't really know how to answer that.
Yeah, we're gonna see, because we gotta see.
What makes me happy? I love going out. Doing nice things for myself. Even if I go shopping for myself, I like to do that.
So
I don't know.
You like to buy yourself nice things?
Yeah, for myself. Yeah.
What is a good? Because everybody love money. What is a good number for your business to hit every month?
Every month? I will never say.
That's a good answer, Bubbles. Thank you, Bubbles.
You're welcome.
That was a trick question. I appreciate you.
Listen,
You're media trained.
I'm ready for his interviews, guys. He be trying to get me every time.
You know why I like interviewing you, Bubbles?
Yes. Because
it is the banter of the back and forth that I try to get you to step out of this business bubble. It is impossible. I can ask you the most personal questions, and you'll be like, now that I see him, you won't blink. You're just looking at me.
I'm just looking at you. Eye contact is everything.
Yes. Right now, with Bubbles galore, and you running the state the way you running the state, do you promote your... How can we work for you? Like, how does people... If somebody says right now, hey, I want to be a videographer. Hey, I want to curate the stuff on your page. Is that an opportunity that's open?
Of course. A lot of people will message me.
Chaz, I'm talking to you.
Okay. Okay. A lot of people will message me, either email me. Y'all, I'm backed up on my emails. I'm not gonna lie. But what I will say is that people will message me and say they're videographers, photographers, they do web design. And they'll just tell me, they would love to work with me. I'll look at their work. And then if there's an opportunity, I'll tell them, that I'll look into, reaching back out to them, if I need them. So I've had really great opportunities that way. So never be afraid to reach out to somebody, because you never know. Like, I met somebody today. She does web design at the school, and not for the school, but she has a business.
Right.
And I told her, I really do need somebody to redo my website. So there you go.
So you're really you're a PRN, as needed services.
Yeah.
Because I've reached out to a lot of people, and they want to not only work with you as far as the kiosks, but they want to be in your world, your business. And they want to, because you do everything by yourself.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Let it go.
I know. Not everything. I mean, I have staff.
How long does it take you to curate these videos?
Oh, to do social media?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to do that on my own. I'm not letting anyone touch it. It just depends.
That's the biggest part of the business.
But I'm much faster than I used to be. But I want it the way that I do it because it's worked.
She said, I'm not messing up my formula.
Yeah. And if you notice, like, say when I did my photo shoot, just to go back to what you said, there's a lot of businesses that reached out. So, like, eyelashes or certain people will do things for me for free. And then I will use that and promote them.
Let's talk about that photo shoot. Bubbles, listen. Y'all was here when she said she don't do risque. She is very conservative. I'm scrolling. I said, swoop back it down again. What made you jump out the norm with the photo shoot?
I don't think it was that bad. I think it was a little taste.
You don't give taste at all. So that was different. What led to you doing a photo shoot?
So I did that photo shoot because I've never done a business photo shoot. And some people will just do things just to do it. And they don't get much feedback. I was like, okay, my numbers are going up on social media. I have a certain following. So let me try to do something different. Let me give them something different. You guys always see me in just business attire. And
if you're watching this on YouTube, the image will be on the screen. As you can see with this image that's on the screen, I was like, well, oh the fuck, okay.
Yeah.
So you did that for the businesses that sponsored it, like the lashes and everything like that.
Well, I did it for myself, but as I went, I took you guys along because I'm all about the journey. So as I've gotten people for the lashes, even the eyebrows, for the makeup, the clothing, everything, the photographer, I promoted those businesses as I went along.
Are you seeing how much you are worth now?
Yeah.
You starting to see?
I guess.
And I'm going to give you your flowers to be blessed to just get money and opportunities for just being yourself.
Yeah.
That is all you're being is yourself.
Myself. I agree.
And you're getting and gaining acknowledgement. You're being in rooms of millionaires, billionaires. You're getting these opportunities, but you're also giving back to people that might not have the platform or the voices.
Yeah. But I tell people that all the time. It's not about the product. It is, but it's not. It's about you and your journey. All of us have our own personalities. We're all different. And like I said, not everybody likes me. It's okay. I really don't care. I really don't. But whoever likes me for me is going to follow my journey. And I'm going to evolve over time. I'm not the same person I was when I first started my business. And I know people that have been following me may say that. I'm still the same. I have the same personality. But am I exactly the same? Did I have long hair when I first started my business? No. Did I always wear lashes? No. I'm sure I've changed. But for the people who still love me for me, I love you too.
But what do you say? What you say with authenticity?
Yes.
That's what people know you for. When people that originally with you when you first started,
yes,
they know you for that.
Yeah.
So to them, you're being authentic, and anything that comes after that, you're not really being authentic anymore.
What do you mean with that?
Like, you're always going to be you, but people change. So to see you in one lens and not think that, like you were saying, the journey to evolve, that's what you're doing. So every stage that you evolve to, you're still authentically yourself.
Yes.
You're just evolving each and every time.
Right. With the same mentality and the same, how can I say, personality. My personality has never changed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some people, I've met influencers that have not been nice to me.
She's respectful enough not to say your name.
Yeah, I'm not. So I have met, but
When you say not nice, what do you mean?
So like I've met them, you follow them, and you think they're going to be so welcoming, and they're not. And they really don't even want to talk to you. This is before, Did
this hurt your feelings?
Of course. So and this is before I've gotten to where I am right now. So I always made a vow, like my followers mean so much to me and they know it. I wouldn't even be here without them. So why, if they meet me, why would I treat them like they're nothing? I'm just like anyone else. And you know what I mean? They're the ones that are telling others about my business.
And buying your stuff.
And buying my products. But I've met people, they're so big-headed. And I vow to never be like that.
Do you think...
I've had a couple experiences like that. And you know what's funny? People have come to me and say, or they'll message me on TikTok on my post, and they'll say, "Oh, I saw you today, but I didn't want to say anything." And I always tell them, I'm super sweet.
That is such a weird behavior.
Yeah.
To see me, look at me, go to my page and say, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. People have video recorded me without me knowing at the mall.
People don't understand how weird
that is really weird. And they'll tell me. And I'm just like, that was weird.
That was weird. Why do you just come up to me? You have...
And you think it's okay.
Yes.
I'm like, why? Why do you want to do that? This is weird.
I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're never going to get to that point to where you're big-headed?
Of course. I'll never be like that. Never. Because I started from the bottom.
From Philly.
Yeah. Yeah, the bottom. And when I say bottom, not saying I'm from the hood or nothing.
She said we're going to correct this.
Yeah, we're going to correct this. All I'm saying is that I started at a flea market, guys, with making I still have the first slip of paper where I made $7 in one day. My soaps used to be like $2.
You really came far.
Yes.
What would your younger self say to yourself right now?
Oh, that's a good question. I think she would say to just value herself and just know that you're that. You're that. Just believe in yourself, and you can be anything and you'll make it one day. No matter what you go through, even in relationships and with family and friends, you'll be okay. And you're strong.
Would your little self be proud of you?
Oh my gosh, she would be so proud. She would be so proud. Sometimes I have to think about it in reverse like that. Yeah.
You have a lot going on for yourself. I've seen you around town. I've seen you in traffic. I've seen you at the mall. You are very noticeable, and your car is noticeable.
You see me in traffic?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
That's scary.
You shouldn't have been driving so fast. But I've seen you in traffic. Now, when I go places and I see that car, I'm like,
that's Bubbles.
It's fucking Bubbles.
I know.
So, if you ever seen Bubbles go to our car, you shouldn't if you're not a creep.
Yeah.
You will know it fits her.
Yeah.
It definitely fits her.
It does.
So you have your son is having a birthday today.
Yeah, shout out to my son Jaden. He's turning 12.
Oh, Mama Bear.
Yeah, I'm so excited today.
And then you said your daughter has one next month?
Next month, yes.
And she'll be 15?
She'll be 15, and my son is 12 today.
Are you going to do the big prom thing?
Yeah, of course.
You going to be over the top with the proms?
Oh, of course. We're going to have to be.
Oh, my. That became a thing.
Yeah, I know.
Proms are like Met Galas now.
Well, what can I say is my daughter, she's real low key. Like even her friends will say, yeah, like one day she told them about my business. She's like, oh my God, we love your mom. She's on TikTok. Like I follow her. And she hated it.
She's to have a famous mom is crazy.
Yeah, she hates it. So she doesn't like people to really know. So I think for even her prom, she probably don't want it low key. She's not going to want much. So it's kind of sad.
You know who your mom is. Wait, you don't show your kids on your social media at all?
No.
Why is that?
That's another personal thing. And there's a lot of weird people in the world. So I rather just not. I don't want people to know who they are. It is something to be.
Do you let them follow you on social media or no?
My kids do not have social media. I don't believe in that.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Bubbles, what?
Yeah, I don't believe in that. They need to be focused on their school. Social media can take you, even with me as an adult, it's hard to stay off of social media. So my kids are not allowed to have it.
So like none.
The only thing they're allowed on is probably like YouTube or even they put the shorts on there now. So that you try to keep your kids away from it and they do other things with other
How does your
platforms.
daughter feel about it being 16, 17? Is that going to be a gap where you're like, okay, you can have it now? Or just like,
Yeah,
never?
I think as she's getting older, if she wants it, yes. Because, we're teenagers. They're going to find a way.
18. Yeah, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Yeah. If she wants to be, we'll talk about it.
Oh, you keep your kids away from it.
Yeah. And I know how mean people can be too on social media. They don't need to be on there. What's the purpose? They need to be focused on school.
I've never heard a live 4K person say, I do not let my kids have social media at all. I know about the Roblox and everything like that.
Yeah, Roblox. I have like Roblox.
She said, you're not having social media.
No social media, no. I don't really hear a lot of parents say that either. It's just become a norm.
iPad babies.
Yeah. But no, they don't need it.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
Tell people where they can find you at, Bubbles, besides everywhere on the street.
Well, they can find me at Arundel Mills Mall. Every day we're open 7 days a week. And it's an entrance 4. And they can also find me on Instagram at Bubbles Galore Me. And also on TikTok at Bubbles Galore Me as well.
And they can buy these products where?
BubblesGaloreMD.com.
Well, before we get out of here, Bubbles, anything else you want to tell your followers and everybody else? Any big events, something you got coming up?
Ooh, I think the biggest thing was just what I did today with speaking to the school. Things come at me every day. I don't know. So if you want me to be where you are, just let me know. I'm always open to new things. And yeah, I'll see you at the kiosk.
The DMV's #1 soap lady. She took this name even when she wasn't, and then she made it possible.
Yes.
So thank you for coming on. Thank you for
me.
Still dodging me, but I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you one day. But I appreciate you for coming on.
Yeah.
Still amazing, and I cannot wait to see what comes next from Bubbles.
Oh, thank you for having me.
No, I appreciate you. So catch us on the next one. This has been another lovely episode of the Vibes Podcast. Man, it's your boy Two Dimple King, your favorite Leo. And as of today, Bubbles, do you know I'm the most streamed podcast in the DMV?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Shout out to the both of us. And catch us on the next episode with Frank Grimsley from Netflix.
Ooh, that's big.
Yeah, we're out of here.